Hey guys, it's Destiny, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I personally think Jing Yuan will be really good for free-to-play players. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So to begin, Jing Yuan has a pretty unique kit that we haven't really seen so far. He will be an Erudition Lightning character, and he has a really unique thing called the Lightning Lord. Jing Yuan is a character that is able to gain stacks while going through the battle with his skill and his ultimate for this Lightning Lord. The Lightning Lord has its own action in the turn order, and the Lightning Lord is able to dish out a lot of damage, assuming that you enhance Jing Yuan, of course, and of course you gain those stacks. Because the Lightning Lord has base hits per action, depending on how many stacks you have. To sum this up, the Lightning Lord will be summoned in the beginning of the battle, and it has a base speed and also 3 base hits per action. What this means is that when the Lightning Lord attacks, assuming you have no stacks, the Lightning Lord will do 3 ticks of damage against the enemies. The Lightning Lord's attacks are also considered follow-up attacks, so light cones that cater towards having follow-up attack damage increase would be incredible for Jing Yuan. He of course will do lightning damage with the Lightning Lord, and also the maximum hits per action can reach a maximum of 10. What this means is that you do possibly want to build Jing Yuan a certain way where he can either go twice in the turn order to possibly gain a maximum of 10 stacks, or try to have characters that can possibly allow him to gain speed throughout the battle, or characters that allow him to have another action, which can possibly be Bronya. Personally, I do like the idea of Tingyun and Jing Yuan more, but you can also think of a hyper carry comp, if you will, as well with this character, as there are plenty of options for team comps with this character. As I was saying though, with the Lightning Lord, if you will, is like having another party member or having just another attacker on your team, which is really good because now you have basically 5 characters, if you want to think about it that way, that are able to attack in the turn order. You have Jing Yuan, and then you have your other 3. Let's go with March 7th, Sushang, and Tingyun, just for this example. They all get to do what they want, then the Lightning Lord will come in, possibly at the end of the turn order, depending on how much speed the Lightning Lord gained from these stacks. Regardless though, the Lightning Lord will then attack the enemies and do a good amount of damage. Now, what's really cool about this is that these 10 stacks will allow the Lightning Lord to dish out so much damage, at least in my opinion. I think the damage potential for a character like Jing Yuan will be insane. Additionally, I feel like the Lightning Lord being able to have these 10 stacks can possibly allow Jing Yuan to just obliterate these toughness or weakness bars, because there's so many attacks that will be occurring, because each tick will go down or each tick will attack the enemy, and now that bar is going down and down and down. And Jing Yuan himself is also able to attack all enemies. So what this basically means is that, at least from what I've seen, Jing Yuan will be able to deal with toughness meters a good amount of the time. I think he'll be really good for that purpose. And if all the enemies are weak to lightning, he will serve such a great role in this, and he'll be able to handle these enemies with ease. Additionally, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's carry on. Another thing to mention though is when Jing Yuan is knocked down, the Lightning Lord will disappear, which means if your Jing Yuan gets knocked out, the Lightning Lord will not be there either. They're kind of in a way connected, if you will, because of the Lightning Lord. Because if Jing Yuan is not able to operate correctly, the Lightning Lord will not be able to either. When Jing Yuan is affected by a crowd control debuff, same thing applies here. The Lightning Lord will not be able to take action in that turn, which means you will need to be able to dispel that debuff, which March 7th will be really good for this, since she does have a trace that can deal with dispelling debuffs. And of course, when you get rid of the debuff, then the Lightning Lord will be able to take action like normal. You just have to consider the fact that the Lightning Lord will not be able to attack if Jing Yuan is affected. Like if he's frozen, imprisoned, whatever it may be, Jing Yuan will not be able to use the Lightning Lord when that occurs. So he'll just have to either shake it off or you'll have to dispel it. But overall, Jing Yuan's kit is heavily revolved around getting those stacks for the Lightning Lord and being able to enhance the Lightning Lord and being able to just dish out so much damage within the turns that occur. Additionally, his technique will allow your hits per action in the first turn to be increased for the Lightning Lord, which could be really good because you can possibly get 10 stacks in just turn 1. Especially if you have a character like Tingyun. When I do make my guide, I will discuss this more in depth, but Tingyun does have her ultimate, which she can gain energy for her ultimate through her technique, and if you're able to immediately give Jing Yuan energy, this will be really good in the case of possibly trying to get those 10 stacks immediately, which once again could be good for weakness breaking, as well as just dishing out a bunch of damage, as I've stated. So overall, I think Jing Yuan will be really good. I also think he'll be amazing in modes like Forgotten Hall. There are a lot of enemies in Forgotten Hall, like possibly floors 10 through 15, that are weak to lightning or have some form of lightning weakness. I think Jing Yuan will honestly be able to just deal with these enemies very well, just due to the fact that he's able to have basically numerous attacks in the turn order, just the fact that the Lightning Lord exists. Jing Yuan gets to go, the Lightning Lord will also go, which means now you have 2 ways of lightning damage. If your Jing Yuan has enough speed, now you have 3 ways of lightning damage, because Jing Yuan will have 2 actions in the turn order. Once again, really powerful, as I've been stating in this video. So I think this will be really good, and I think Jing Yuan will be able to help you clear that harder content and actually get stars on this harder content. Because if Jing Yuan's able to weakness break the minions or the backup beside the main boss, and they're all weak to lightning in the situation, he'll be able to handle them fast, and I would say once again with ease, which is really good, assuming you have the right supports with Jing Yuan and the right team comp. I feel like he will be incredible for this purpose. Another thing to note about Jing Yuan, which is just discussing the banners now. The banners are set up to where basically Jing Yuan will be our second 1.0 banner. The only issue with this is that if you do skip Jing Yuan and you did not pull for Seele, now you'll possibly have to wait until around 1.2 or possibly further. I'm not going to go into the idea of possible leaks. All we know for sure is that in 1.1 we are getting Silverwolf and Luocha. Silverwolf and Luocha are both supportive characters. Silverwolf is a debuffer and Luocha is a healer. So if you did not pull for either of these DPS characters, then you will likely have to just use what you currently have, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think having either Jing Yuan or Seele will definitely be able to help you clear a lot of content in the game. Yangqing is also a great option, so is a built-out Himiko. Of course, there are 4 stars that are really good DPSs as well, but I still do think that having either a Jing Yuan or a Seele will be really good, because Seele does have her own way of resurgence, which is incredibly powerful. Jing Yuan has his Lightning Lord, which is also incredibly powerful. So I feel like these characters have their very specific kits, and very unique kits at that make them really good for handling those harder modes, helping you clear content. And I just feel like they'll be great assets for anyone to have on their account. Another thing to mention regarding banners is that Jing Yuan's banner that he'll be coming with has incredible 4-star options. The 4-star options are really good on his banner, as they will allow you to have characters that can be essential parts of your team comps. Tingyun is an incredible buffer. As I mentioned her before, she's able to give you energy back with her ultimate. Very good, especially if you do need emergency heals or emergency shields. She's incredible for this purpose. Sushang is a character that could possibly attack multiple times in the turn order with her ultimate, since her ultimate advances her action forward by 100%, which means an ideal order of doing this would be skill, ultimate skill, and she'll be able to dish out a lot of damage and do a lot of damage to those weakness meters, or rather reduce those weakness meters to either barely anything is left or it's broken, and she broke their weakness meters, which is also really powerful. And then we have March 7th, which March 7th we all have, but getting Eidolons on this character will be incredibly useful. And of course, I do go over this more in depth in my banner review, which I believe my banner review was released yesterday. So if you want a more in-depth on all these characters I'm talking about, then you can also watch that video, because I go fully in depth on why I think they're good, what you can use them for, why their Eidolons are good to possibly get if you do end up getting them, and so on. So overall, just looking at Jing Yuan as a character, looking at his banner, looking at the possible potential he has for these modes in the game, actually getting stars on them, possibly clearing it with ease, I think this character is incredible for free-to-play at just E0 alone. I just think he'll give so much to free-to-play players. He'll give so much as players in general, that I feel like this character, once again, if you don't have Seele, I would recommend possibly playing this character. And And if you guys are wondering if I think Seele is better or Jing Yuan's better, all I can really say about that is just whatever the enemy is weak to, that's possibly, or rather, that's how you possibly should go about it. Because, I mean, if the enemy is weak to Quantum, Seele would be really good. If the enemy is weak to Lightning, Jing Yuan would be really good. If the enemy has multiple weaknesses, or the minions have multiple weaknesses, and there's a bunch of Lightning or a bunch of Quantum, you just gotta use whatever your DPS will be strong against. If they're weak to Quantum, use Seele. If they're weak to Lightning, use Jing Yuan. If you can only get one, and you are stuck on who to pick, because I think by the time this video goes up, there will be a few hours left of the Seele banner. I could be wrong, but let's just say there is a few hours left for this situation. Who should you pick? Who would I recommend? I personally will be getting both. I have Seele already. I will be getting Jing Yuan, and I will be making my own videos on Jing Yuan as well. But what I would recommend is if you're stuck on both, the 4 stars will be better on Jing Yuan's banner in my opinion. But if you do like Seele more, I would just go for Seele. It ultimately comes down to which character you like more. Both of these characters will be amazing. I mean, Seele is amazing from what we've already seen, and I'm sure Jing Yuan will be amazing as well. So I would just go with whoever you like more. I don't necessarily think there is a wrong answer here. Whatever you feel right with is what I would say to go with. It's your account, it's your decision, and of course, whatever decision you make between these two characters, I'm sure will be a very good decision, because once again, they're both really good characters. I hope though that you guys enjoyed this video as to why I personally think Jing Yuan will be incredible for free to play. If you guys have any questions about Jing Yuan, let me know in the comments down below. I will be dishing out a lot of videos on this character. I will be doing a lot of testings with this character and making them into videos, just with the in-game as well, and being able to possibly show off light cones, possibly showing you guys off just his potential, showcases, and so on. I plan to do a lot of Jing Yuan videos in these upcoming days. If you guys want to see that and more Honkai Star Rail content from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I really hope to see you guys next time in my next video. Let me know in the comments down below if you did pull for Seele, and now if you're trying to also get Jing Yuan for saving for someone else, or if you're pulling for Jing Yuan. I hope all of you have a nice one. Peace.